You too, Shannon. Good morning, Miss April. Good morning, Hayes. Can't stop now. Traveling so fast. Good morning, Slingy. Good morning, MVP. Good morning, Disky. Show me. Good morning, Laddie. Good morning, Aviator. Good morning, JC. There you go, MVP. Good morning. Good morning, Red.
Sometimes I feel like I don't have a partner. Sometimes I feel like my only friend is the city I live in, the
City of Angels. Slide. Are we giving donuts out this morning? What's up? What did I miss? Hold on. What did I miss? Good morning, first time. Sidey, get a donut. Grab Sidey a donut, you guys. Get Side a donut. Make it a powdered one. You got a lot of chocolate ones on the table. Give them a powdered one. There you go, April. April's getting Sidey a donut and a coffee. Good morning, Harkles. Take it all away. Wanna see like I did that day. Follow, take me all the way. Harold. Good morning, Harold. That's all right, Harold. Love your name. I just can't pronounce it. Harkold.
It's hard to believe that I'm all alone.
Give me some thumbs up for this morning's music. Give me some thumbs up for this morning's music.
As lonely as I am, together we cry. I don't even wanna
See you like I did that day. Place I love. Take me all the way. Like I did that day. Love, take me all the way. Good morning. Trip and Vic, I might be on that team with you, fighting the gloomies, but they're not gloomies. Guess what mine are? Watch this. You guys ready? You guys ready for this? I'm gonna take my glasses off. You notice I have my hat on. I didn't even have time to comb my hair this morning. Just the long part. Watch me with my glasses off. Look at my eyes. Tell me what you see. You see sleeplessness. That's what you see. You see a complete lack of sleep in both the left and the right eye. There's a reason. There's a reason. Oh my goodness. First of all, anybody that tells you, I'm sorry to hear that, Tricky. Anybody that tells you counting sheep works, I don't think it does. For Pops, it doesn't. I even tried counting tubs. I tried counting tubs and it wasn't working. Ruff wasn't on the run. No. Here's what happened. A quick story. Pops has a bad addiction. It's a bad one, I know that. It's not the best way to sleep with your TV on. Some of you know me already. You've been here. You know, Pops crashes on couches with TVs on. That's how I sleep. I've been sleeping like that for 40 years. It's terrible. It's terrible. I don't even go to bed. I don't even go to bed. And I have to have the TV on. Have to. Here's what happens. I'm a bad person. The minute the TV goes off, somebody can walk through the room, like, oh, they go and turn it off, boop, I pop awake. Like that. That background music's in my brain in a bad way. I'm gonna work on it, I think. So here it is last night. And you're thinking, oh, Brock probably came, Brock knows better, and Ruff wouldn't turn the TV off. Okay, some of you guys are the same. Yeah. A white noise machine, if I had one, Kieran, I would have run it last night. Because here's what happened. I'm laying there, and all of a sudden, the cable went out. Cable. See, I like you guys admitting it. I like you guys admitting that a Pops isn't the only weirdo in the group. Sleep weirdo. So that's what happened. The cable went out. So now I jump up, and I'm spending 15 to 20 minutes trying to figure out reset, restart, unplug, replug. What's wrong with the cable? This is like 1 o'clock in the morning. Some of us have that problem, right? It's about 1 o'clock in the morning. Now it's going through my head. Did you pay the cable bill, Pops? Well, it's an automatic withdrawal. So I'm like, I can't be that I didn't pay the bill. If I had to pay a bill, I would have forgot. But if it's automatic, come on, it can't be the bill. What's going on? I went and laid back on the couch without any noise. And I'm just laying there. And I'm like, gosh, Jesus Christ in Australia, will you please help me go to sleep? I was praying to JCBB to please help me go to sleep. He didn't answer. 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. And I'm like, this is terrible. This is terrible. 4:30, 4:44, 4:47. Boop, cable turns on. I don't know why it was off, why it came, and it just boop, all of a sudden it's back on. Here's my noise, and within 3 minutes I'm asleep with an alarm that's set to go off in 40 minutes. So I got 40 minutes sleep last night. You guys can tell. It was the worst night of sleep ever. Certainly you have insomnia nights, but I still got my background noise. Last night, no noise at all. For hours. And the worst part was not knowing what happened to the cable. And I'm going to have to get up tomorrow morning and figure out what's up with that cable. Blah, 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 blah. Thanks for listening to my cable story this morning. I feel terrible. I told Brock, I go about halfway through the show, if I still feel like this, will you finish the show for us today? He said, of course, Pops. I said, I bet you I'll start feeling better when I'm hanging around with my pals. Okay? I bet you I'll start feeling better. So we'll see. Is Kimberly the Golden Bolden here? Sorry for having to tell you guys my early morning story. Usually Pops is bright and dancing and all on top. No. Pops feels, thank you, Greenie. Pop feels like he's popped. No, I'll feel better even later today. If I just take a quickie, and I don't like naps either. Naps are such a waste of time. We haven't seen Kim this morning. Okay. Because I have, we'll wait on Kim. Because I had this from Kim. I'm going to just sneak preview you guys. I miss Kim already, since she's not here. I'm not going to show you everything in the box, but I did a sneak preview. Hold everything. You're not going to believe. Hold everything. Naps aren't a waste, Naya. For me, it gets into the rhythm of my day. But today I might just need one. Hey, give me 5 people here. Just 5. No, I'm going to make it 10 right now. Would you please give me 10 people who are interested in one little hint of what came in the box full of kindness? MVP's one. There's a box full of kindness right there. It blew my mind. It blew my mind. It'll kind of blow yours. Gosh darn it, Kim's here. I wanted to show everybody this morning. Definitely interested. Let's go. Here we go. I was also using this because I didn't have a whole lot of things prepared because I was trying to get to sleep last night. You guys ready? You want to see something? Watch. Look at this pretty container. Look at this pretty container. Isn't this a gorgeous container? It looks like you can use these to pour wax in and make candles. She's creative. Watch this. What's in the box? Watch this. Kim has it filled with stickers and stickers. And here's the candle wick in case you want to make your own candle in the container. So it's getting the candle wick in there. And then she's made these. These came from her. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's a Kim 10-pack. Kim 10-pack inside the candle box. This is so cool. Isn't that pretty? I absolutely love it. Let me show you guys something. It's a sneak preview. Don't tell Kim. Will you guys promise? Give me 10 people to promise we're not telling Kim that I did this. Shh. Don't tell Kim. Okay, she can count, Jeff. There won't be 11 in there, or 9. Hey, I'm gonna sneak you guys one more peek. I'm not making a promise. I'm not making a promise. Don't tell Kim, okay? I mean, if she asks, you might have to be impeccable, but she won't ask. I'm not showing you a bunch of this stuff, but I am gonna show you something. Wait for this. I'm just gonna put this one back, okay? I'm just gonna put this one back. 777 of them. We'll tell her tomorrow. Okay? 777 of them, and every one of them's full. Everyone. Welcome to the Sling Box. The Kim Box. I couldn't help myself. I'll admit it to her tomorrow. Okay? I'll admit to her tomorrow that I snuck and we gave a little teeny preview. But don't tell her. Okay. Let's do a giveaway. This is going to be one of Jeff Coleman's favorite. We're going to do one of Jeff Coleman's favorite. Name me a part or a piece or anything that it takes to make up a house. You'll find this in any and every house. Go. I wrote it down here. First person to say the thing that I wrote down that's a part of a house will get the first prize of today. Foundation and motor and roof and joist and a nail and an architectural drawing and trim and shingles and family. That's a nice answer. And rafters and studs. Angela, there's studs all over my house. Garbage disposal and a joist and a windows and a dowel. And a paint and windows and doors and foundation and window and beams and blocks and chimney and ceiling and nails and mail and faucet and refrigerator and baseboard and plumbing and furnace and floor and window and floorboard and tile and window and toilet and plywood and drywall and air conditioning. You guys have some great answers. None of these are right. Fascia, blueprint in a window, chimney, furnace, carpets, fireplace, property probably, windows, sink, insulation, roof, a 2x4, a flange, wires, cement, love, nice answer, moms, knew you would answer that, AC, insulation, 100%, fence, trim, shingles. So this is inside the house, and you touch it every day. Every day you'll touch it. Stripper pole, that's bad, Sandman. Kitchen floors, driveway carpets, sink, water, plumbing, heart, refrigerator, love, and bathtub, toilet insulation outlet, electricity, a bathroom, a furniture, a sink, a switch, a wood, a doorknob, Jeff Coleman. Jeff Coleman. I said this was Jeff. I told you, Jeff. Doorknob, just so you know I did write it. Doorknob. Jeff Coleman. Jeff Coleman. Jeff. You know I'm going to send it to him anyways. He'll say, no, Pops, I don't want to. He's getting it. I wrote it down, doorknob. I said that before this even started. I go, this is a category for Jeff. And look what he goes and wins it. Doorknob. Jeff, what'd you win? Jeff, I'm going to send this to you. I might just drop it off to you on. Jeff, is it okay if I bring it salmon fishing? Can I bring it with us to salmon fishing? Huh? Instead, it saved me a couple of dollars on the shipping, bro. A Pops 10-pack. A Pops 10-pack. Right? And you guys are hilarious. I already said Jeff got doorknob. Kill it, kill it, kill it. Jeffy got the doorknob, and he also got a bunch of hillbillies. He's gonna get pop pack and some hillbillies, and we're going salmon fishing. And I'm bringing it with us. I'll put it in my suitcase to bring to you Friday, Jeffy. Smarty pants. Congratulations on that win. He doesn't win that often, you guys. He wins just because I hang out with him. No, it's the other way around, right? So I wanted to do mail call today, but we'll do it tomorrow. We're going to do this instead today. Whoop, hold on, please. Whoop. Okay, where is it? Oh. Where's the world's oldest parliament? The world's oldest parliament. So it's a government it's a parliamentary style government that's been going on for the longest of any government in the world. It's not England. It's not England. It's Iceland. Iceland. Did you know that? This is just a rando facto that I found. Iceland. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe it's a couple hundred years old, maybe 300 years old or so, right? How old is it? How old is the parliament that runs Iceland? It started in the year 930. 930. That's like, what, 1,100 something, 1,200 years? 930. There's been a parliament around since the year 930. April just looked it up. That amazed me. True Heart, you were going to be close, weren't you? That, really? That's a government that's working for the people, isn't it? That government must be working for those guys. In medieval Ireland, murderers, listen to this. If you're a murderer, and it's medieval Ireland, what are they going to do with you? Oh, it's pretty simple. They give you to diseased families as slaves. You get to go live with the family that has the bubonic plague and be their slave. At this point, the family had the murderers as a belonging, and they could kill them if they chose to. You belong to me, and I could kill you anytime I want. What? Can I just go to jail? I'm sorry I murdered someone. I don't want to go live with the diseased family and let them kill me anytime they feel like it. But maybe that's what I deserve if I'm out there murdering people, right? In medieval Ireland. It says right after that, if only this law was still intact. What if that law still worked? Where do you find a diseased family to send everybody to? There you go. Jesus Christ says, wouldn't the murderer just murder the whole family? Oh, gosh, Jesus. You're bad. You're not a good Jesus right now. What's this? Imagine a light bulb that never burns out. Am I telling you guys this is neat rando facto stuff, is it not? Okay? Yeah, send them to the leper colony, Charles. Imagine a light bulb that never ever burns out. My light bulbs burn out like in a day and a half. Well, they used to. These LED ones are quite the thing now. Listen to this story about a light bulb. Give me 5 people that are interested in a light bulb story. Rando facto light bulbo. Rando facto light bulbo. Give me 5 people. Light bulb story. Boop. I'm not kidding you. This is a crazy story about a light bulb. This light bulb has a name. Imagine how important you are to be a light bulb with your own name. He's called the Centennial light bulb. That's his name. The Centennial light bulb is maintained by the Livermore Pleasanton Fire Department. The fire department claims that the bulb is at least 119 years old. One bulb at the fire department, 119 years old. It was installed in 1901. So this is maybe a couple years old fact. And has only been turned off a handful of times. This makes the Centennial light bulb the longest lasting light bulb in the world. That's going to be really sad when that thing actually burns out for good. What are they going to do with it? That was the Livermore Pleasanton Fire Department. Livermore Pleasanton Fire Department, the Centennial light bulb. What are they going to do with the light bulb when it dies? And that thing should get like a special honorary place and et cetera, right? Listen to this facto. I'm going to tell you one more. Maybe 2 more. America has a lot of aircraft carriers. Pretty mighty force of aircraft carriers. Listen to this statistic about our aircraft carriers. America has the most amount of nuclear aircraft carriers with a total of 11. Each one hosts 80 fighter jets. In addition to this, the total amount of the deck space on them are larger than the entire world's nuclear aircraft carriers combined. Put all the other countries together, and they don't touch our aircraft carrier deck. That interests me. I'm going to tell you one more. Women, you guys have come a long ways. We've come a whole I know, lady, they're totally a floating city. Amazing things. Women, you guys have come a long ways. Thank goodness. We were really it's just ridiculous if you think back in our history how unfortunate how unequal we treated women and minorities. in a big way. We continue to, but I'm not going to do my politics this morning. This is just interesting. Give us a perspective. Women equality was so bad in the 1900s, early, that women were not allowed to smoke in public. Can you imagine that? So everyone's smoking, but the girls, sorry, you can't smoke in public. You will puff away right in your face, but you get in go hide to smoke. That's how we treated them. You don't even think about it. Katie Mulcahy was a young woman who lived in New York, and she was arrested after lighting a match to attempt to smoke a cigarette. She didn't even get to smoke the cigarette yet. She was just lighting the match. She sent her to jail. She had to pay a $5 fine to get out of jail. And she held it on her record for the rest of her life. How dare she? Rando. We're putting murders in each other's diseased family home, and we don't let you light a cigarette. Can humans be a wreck, or wait a minute? Let's do another giveaway. I wrote down one of my favorite animals. It's an animal type of thing. If you can say it first, you're going to get a prize. Beaver butt. Close. Giraffe. Absolutely one of my favorite. I didn't pick giraffe or condor today. Giraffe and a fish and a giraffe and a penguin and a moose and a seal and a kangaroo and a tiger and a panda and a dog and an ape. All of these are good. I like them all, actually. I just didn't write any of those down. Giraffe and a dog. I only wrote one down here. Fish and a kangaroo and a badger. Good answer. I didn't write it. Sloth and a dog and a dog. Walleye. Good one. Didn't write walleye down. Elephant, walleye, lion, elephant. You guys act like you know Pops just a little bit. Otter, gopher, squirrel, dog, giraffe, chipmunk. Never shame in Carlotta's game. Excuse me, mole, tiger, sloth. Rough, great answer. Didn't write it down, darn it. Weasel, zoo, sloth, mushrooms, badger, platypus, cheetah, fish, moose, deer, walleye, impala, tigers, fish. I'm about to give a hint. I'm going to give a hint. Otter, rough, turtle, chipmunk, cat, bear. Nobody's been very close, to be honest with you. Dolphin, wolverine, muskrat, tiger, otter, beaver. So this guy flies. The thing I wrote down flies. Snake, cat, panda. That's your hint. Mouse, raccoon, panther, bird. What kind? Snake, bass, beaver, deer, cat, wolf, squirrel, wolverine, catfish, badger, worm, deer. Shoot what I miss. Badger, groundhog, snail, panda, salmon, porcupine, bear, haha, mink, turtle, elephant, eagle, sandman. Sandy! What's happening this morning? All the cool guys, the Jeffies and the Sandys are winning this morning. That's nice. Sandy, that's correct. I wrote down eagle. You can see it right there. Right above where I had written the other one. Sandy, eagle. Kill it, kill it, kill it. Sandy got the eagle. And then I'm going to write his name down over here in the winner category for the week. And Jeff's goes over there too. Sandy, I can't wait to send you this box. You're an eagle. You're getting the same thing we sent Jeff. A Pop's 10-pack and a nice selection of hillbillies. This isn't personal because you live in the hills of Tennessee, by the way. Everybody's getting hillbillies today. Not just you, Sandy and Carlotta. Teasing. Sandy, all I need is that address. And this thing gets out to you, my friend. By the way, give me 10 people that admit that Sandman and Carlotta, if you saw their IG page, admit that they look absolutely adorbs. Yeah, Pop said it that way, adorbs. They look, that Sandman and Carlotta look absolutely adorbs with their Detroit Mush Lab hat on. Go find that picture. They're adorbs. I just like saying that. It means adorable. It means adorable. I was born and raised in the hills of Tennessee. Then you need to get yourself some hillbillies, bro. Okay? We have time. Always adorbs. Weren't they adorable? Pop, do you have a video on how to get a second flush? No, Penny, I don't. No, I don't. But it's super simple. So I'll briefly explain how I do it. Second flushes in a tub. So this will be our mycology section for today. Okay? A lot of people, here's what happens in mycology. It happened to me. There's a lot of information online and a lot of information on YouTube here. And a lot of good. And then there's some that's not so good. And then what we also have is, like, well, we've always done it that way. And never anybody stops and asks why. Well, because someone told me to do it this way, so I do it this way, and I tell other people to do it this way. But you never really stop and analyze why. Happens a lot. Here's a good example. The break and shake. When you talk about breaking and shaking, you've got your spawn. Somewhere along the line, they've taught online, and it became the culture in mycology that automatically you break your spawn at about 30% growth. It's like just accepted method. It's what you do. Because someone did it and they told me, and that's what I do. And I tell everybody else. Oh, that. And we'll get into break and shake at another time, but that's a perfect example of everybody does it, but they don't know why. And is it really good, or isn't it? Or is it sometimes not other times? Is it something you should just automatically do no matter what? My answer is no. So we'll talk about that at a different time. We're going to now, that was all a prelude to this. It's on there, it's online, it's everywhere, that you dunk your cakes for a flush. You automatically soak them. And then the question's how long? Oh, I'll soak for 2 hours. Oh, I soak for 4. Oh, I soak overnight. Or soak your cakes. Dunk them and soak them for a second flush. It's out there, that information, so everybody automatically does it. I don't. I did originally because everybody told me I'm supposed to. And when I did, I'd get a major contamination on my second flush a lot, very often. What I found out was, at the end of your first flush, if you started with the correct amount of field capacity, that cake is still very moist inside. It's a lot moister inside than you think it is. Plus, it's been laying in a bunch of water, a liner. So even the lower and upper, the edges and the bottom are pretty moist at this point still. The top's going to be the dry part, especially because you've harvested it. So what we do here on our second flush is, after we've removed all of the fruit and all of the aborts and we've cleaned the cake, there's divots all over the place. There's little holes and spots that we've dug out, and we've taken some substrate out with us. We will lightly dust new, clean, pasteurized substrate, make sure it's clean. Definitely just dust, get a new top with just a light little 1/8-inch layer of substrate. And then I'm going to take my mister and mist the heck out of that top. Get it to where it's glistening, where it looks like a morning rain being nature, I always think of this is what it would look like after a morning rain, not soaked. And that'll go slightly down through that top substrate layer, a little into the cake. That's all I'll ever need to do, usually up to my third flush. I rarely would soak something. I would only soak something if it was like a dry turd. It was so dry, it was like crunch. Other than that, misting gets me everything I need. That's my answer. And I it took forever to answer, but it was because I just sort of have a bee in my bonnet about don't just automatically do things because people tell you in mycology, which is the dunk. Gosh, it ruins more cakes than it'll ever help. I don't know who started that, and I don't know why, because it'll ruin more cakes than it will ever help. End of that story, okay? So we'll do some more of that kind of talk. That was a good question. Rebel Rob says it. I don't dunk. I just don't. And now I will dunk my spawn sometimes. The cake, the BRF cakes or spawn in a jar. I just pour water in there and I let it hydrate the spawn. The substrate itself doesn't need to be very wet. Once you keep getting that thing wet, you're just asking for green stuff to grow in it. Okay? Let's get to our book. We have about 10 minutes that we can spend in this book. I also thank you guys. I came here feeling not so great, a little bit tired. I feel better. Look how you guys got me all energized. Just someone needed a donut instead of a cake. That's a good one, Jeff. Don't listen to Pops either. Say, oh, that's what Pop says. Now what do I figure out for myself? Everybody has to figure it out for themselves. Just use guideposts. Be very careful of the people that guide you and ask why. Why in the world would you soak that thing when it's already wet? It's going to be wetter than when I created the cake in the first place if I soaked it and dunked it. I never soaked and dunked my original substrate. And yet I'm going to soak it and dunk it for a cake? And it's, again, I'll kill the conversation down. I don't blame anybody for doing it because everybody tells you to do it. Everybody says, it's automatic, second flush, dunk and up. Don't do it. You'll be better off if you don't. Let's get into this. I just see them falling apart in the mud, right, Sandy? That's what they do. Poor guys. So let's get into the book. We're on page 13, and we're still talking about domestication and dream. It's the foreword to sort of lay the foundation for when we're going to get into the agreements. I'll try to cover some ground here in the book this morning, okay? That's exactly right, what Aviator Dave said. Go back and read Aviator Dave's comment. I like what you just said. And that's absolutely right, too, what Badgie says. Everybody's house is growing different. I can tell you what works here, but it might not work in your home, even though it's a perfect answer here. Everybody, you have a different space, you have different heat, you have different FAE requirements. Everything happens. I mean, there's some standards that we want to live by, but they're not really standards. They're... You know what'll help you grow your mushrooms the most? Patience. Observe what it does. Learn from those observations. Be patient and never, ever, ever give up. Many people, I grew 4 tubs. If you can do 4, you can do 8. If you can do 8, you can do 16. If you can do 16, you can do 32. 32, you might be stretched out. 32 is about where you might want to stop. Unless you're getting carried away. Who gets carried away around here? We're on page 13. It is the dream of the planet. It is normal for humans to suffer. Observe and record, Greenie. The outside dream is not a pleasant dream. It is a dream of violence, a dream of fear, a dream of war, a dream of injustice. That is the world's condition. Don't think we live in a peaceful world, because we don't. We live in a world where everybody is out there taking advantage of each other. You're the difference maker. You guys are the ones that are a little bit different, and then they call you weird. The personal dreams of humans will vary, but globally it's mostly a nightmare. If we look at human society, we see a place so difficult to live because it's ruled by fear. Throughout the world, we see human suffering, anger, revenge, addictions, violence in the streets, and tremendous injustice. It may exist at different levels in different countries around the world, but fear is controlling the dream. If we compare the dream of human society with the description of hell that religions all around the world have promulgated, we find it's exactly the same. Think about that. This could be, if you'd have lived in it that way, you could live in it like it's hell. Oh, you can make it hell too. Religions say that hell is a place of punishment, a place of fear, pain, and suffering, a place where fire burns you. Fire is generated by emotions that come from fear. Whenever we feel the emotion of anger, jealousy, envy, hate, we experience a fire burning within us. We are living in a dream of hell. If you consider hell as a state of mind, then hell is all around us. Others may warn us that we don't do that, don't do what they say, or we should do, we will go to hell. Guess what? We are already in hell, including the people who tell us that. TV minister that just wants my money. No human can condemn another to hell because we're already there. But only if we allow this to happen. Every human has his or her own personal dream, and just like the society dream, it is often ruled by fear. The same fears manifest in different ways for each person, of course. But we experience anger and jealousy and hate and envy and other negative emotions. Our personal dream can also become an ongoing nightmare where we suffer and we live in a state of fear. But we don't need a dream. We don't need to dream to have a nightmare. It is possible to enjoy a pleasant dream. I promise you that. I'm just going to jump backwards. I can't even begin to tell you the last time, excuse me, I just forget. Yes, anger, I felt anger recently. Jealousy, no. I have nothing to, no. I mean, I'm getting close to immune to that one. Jealousy, no. Hate, zero. I take it back. I hate Putin. I do. I would personally kill Putin. But other than that, there isn't another thing or thing on the whole world, the planet, I hate. But I'll admit to that one. And I'll work on it too. Maybe I don't have to hate him, but I do. Hate, envy. Don't even bother with them. All of humanity is searching for truth and justice and beauty. We are on an eternal search for the truth because we only believe in the lies that we have stored in our mind. I might add, the truths. We are searching for justice because in the belief system we have, there is no justice. We search for beauty because it doesn't matter how beautiful a person is. We don't believe that person has beauty. We keep searching and searching when everything is already within us. There is no truth to find. Wherever we turn our heads, all we see is the truth. But with the agreements and beliefs that we have stored in our mind, we have no eyes for this truth. We don't call it what it is. We don't see the truth because we are blind. What blinds us is all those false beliefs we have in our mind. We have the need to be right and to make others wrong. Own that one. We trust what we believe, and our beliefs just set us up for suffering. It is as if we live in the middle of a fog that doesn't let us see any further than our own nose. We live in a fog that's not even real. The fog is a dream, your personal dream of life. What you believe and all the concepts you have about what you are, all the agreements you have made with others, with yourself, and even with your God. You're just a walking collection of those agreements. I love the part is you can have completely new agreements. Your whole mind is a fog. That is why humans resist life. To be alive is the biggest fear humans have. That's heavy. To be alive is the biggest fear humans have. Death is not the biggest fear we have. Our biggest fear is taking the risk to be alive. The risk to be alive and express who you really are. You know you're scared to death to tell someone who you are. Some of us would rather die than tell someone who you really are. I promise you this. It's one of the reasons I do this in the morning. I will tell you who I am. And then I'm going to live by it to the best of my ability. And then when I make mistakes, fix them quick. Tell people who you really be as authentic. And there isn't anybody that doesn't already love you the way you are. You're just making up a different one, thinking that's who they want to love. Oh, avoid the people that don't love you. It's okay. Not everybody's going to love you. We especially try to please the ones who love us, like a mom and a dad and big brothers and sisters and priests and teachers and pops and friends. Oh, don't try to impress each other that way. Trying to be good enough for them, we create an image of perfection that isn't our own image. This is what I think Nat wants me to look like, so I'm going to do this. I think Sandy wants me to say this or, make it come across like, oh, so I'm a... Now all of a sudden I'm not me anymore. And we all do it. Stop it. Get a new agreement. We're going to talk about them. Listen to this. From that perspective, you will never be perfect. Ever. There's a different perspective. Not being perfect, we reject ourselves. And the level of self-rejection depends on how effective the adults were breaking our integrity. After domestication, it's no longer about being good enough for anybody else. We're not even good enough for our own selves. We don't even fit our own image of perfection, the one that we were programmed. My image of perfection today doesn't say that I don't make mistakes. My image of perfection says I'm gonna make a mistake, but you're gonna fix it fast. You're not always right. You don't care if you're right. That's my image of perfection today. Perfect means I'm gonna make mistakes too. It's how I handle them. Perfect doesn't mean mistake-free. Perfect means cleaning it up ASAP. Be an observer and don't do it again. That's a big part of it too. The guy that keeps doing it over and over and over, is he really cleaning it up? No. He keeps slipping in the same muddy pile. We cannot forgive ourselves for not being what we wish to be, or rather what we believe we should be. What do you believe you should be? I'll tell you what I believe I should be. I'm going to close it here for today. I believe I should be kinder. That's my mission, I swear. So what's it take to get there? Don't lie. Don't be envious. Don't be angry. Don't be jealous. Don't be a respecter of persons. And try to find a way to be kinder today than you were yesterday, if that's really your mission. That's my image of me. It's a new one. It's only a couple years old and I like it. My image of me is, you're a kind old man. I like that image and I want to keep it. So I'm going to do things, practice, so I can be that. What a nice self-image. It's a new agreement. It's a new agreement. I also had a different agreement when I was 30. Remember that agreement? The agreement that said all I could do, I just can't wait to wake up this morning and smoke crack and stare through windows. That's what I thought I deserved. That's what I thought I deserved. That was my self-image. Look at you. Same guy, same brain. Just totally different set of agreements. So we'll keep talking about that. Let's do a final giveaway for today. Thank you, Carlotta. You and your husband are too. That's one of the reasons I like you guys so much. I like other kind people. That's why I like all of you people here. All of the kindness that we're experiencing and spreading around. It doesn't stop. It doesn't stop just because we turn off tea. You guys know how you're getting out there and doing it. Okay? Let's do our final giveaway. Self, you're right. You can be whatever you want to be. What do you agree you are? Let's do our final giveaway. I wrote down a flower, a type of flower. Marco, kindness is. It's not even Pops' kindness. It's anybody's kindness should be contagious. Kindness truly is. Dandelion and a posy and a daisy. Excuse me. And an all WIP and a poppy. I should have said poppy. Daffodil and a rose and a poppy and a daisy. Thank you, Tygon. I appreciate that. I don't never feel old. Vitamin D, okay, aviator. Tulip and daisy and dahlia and true that. And a moonflower and a sunflower and a violet. And a peony. I love peonies. Tulips and carnations and a hibiscus and a tiger lily and a rose. And a lavender and a marijuana. I could have said that one. That's smart, Reb. A lotus and a chrysanthemum. Surprised you guys can spell that. Great job. Peonies and chrysanthemums and roses and hydrangeas. I haven't seen it yet. Peonies and violets and daffodils and lilies of the valley and carnations and roses. lotus and zinnia, and a carnation and a morning glory, and a tulip and a lavender, and a daisy and a sunflower, and a peony and an orchid, and a lily and an orchid, and a daffodil and a marigold, and a gardenia, and a morning glory and a carnation and a mushroom and a lily and an aster and a marigold, and a cannabis and a lily and a dandelion and a desert rose, tiger lily, sunflower lily, fangy pangy, mildweed, snapdragon, daylilies. Here it comes, MVP, bringing it in with. Oh no, I'm wrong. You said marigolds. That's not what I wrote down. It's pretty close to that. I almost gave it to you. Tulips, daisy, cactus, lily, tulip, daisy, calla lily, dandelion, marijuana, lily, sage, African violet, rose, lily, jack in the pulpit, begonia, weed, rose, buttercup, pansy. It starts with an M. Morning glory, lily, carnation, tulip, hydrangea, squash blossoms, California poppy, dogwood, rhododendron, lily, pansy, daisy, wallflower. Good one. Tulip, a Hawaiian wood rose. No. A white oleander, a buttercup, a zinnia, an ivy, an azalea, zinni. It's not a morning glory, but it starts with an M. Naya just got it. No, that's not it either. I keep saying that's it. I'm sorry, Naya, I'm wrong. Starts with an M, though. Buttercup, zinnia, azalea, millen bells, marigold, zinnia, macrusas, a geranium, a zinnia. It's not marigold. Okay, so it's a mums. It's morning glory. Here it is. Mushmouth. Got it. Magnolia. I kept seeing marigold, but it's magnolia. Magnolia is the one I had written down. Mush, you will win your first box of the week. I'm writing your name down. Remember, this week we're only winning one box each. Mushy, what'd you win? Magnolia. Mushy, you won the same thing the rest of us won today. Nice little Top Pops 10-pack. Okay? A Poppy Pop 10-pack. And you're also getting some hillbillies. We're also getting you some hillbillies out there. Okay? Give me a couple of people said today's categories. Did you guys like today's categories? Give me some feedback. Did you guys like today's categories, or would you want me to do top 10 tomorrow? Do you want me to pick a couple more like this tomorrow, or do you want me to do top 10? Give me some feedback. Those took a little while, didn't they? Those were good categories. Jeff with doorknob. I can't believe Jeff got doorknob. MVP, here we go. Do you guys want to do those again tomorrow, or do you want top 10s? I like today's categories. I like the change. They were good. Jeff, I'm sure you did. Actually, Jeff was kind of the one who said, you know what, how come you don't do a car parts? Maybe I'll do a car part tomorrow. Top 10, change it up every day. I know, moms. Why don't we do one of each? Maybe I should do a riddle me this, too. We haven't done a riddle me this in a while. We haven't done the spin game in a while, right? Don't forget the spinner. Where's our spinner at? Oh, we'll pull the spinner out. Guys, thanks for being here today. Look how much better I feel. I'm ready to go to work now. Forget that nap. Get out of here with those naps. You guys got me all energized. Thanks for listening to me today. Go out and be a good example. Okay? Go out and be a good example. That's easy for you guys to do because you wouldn't be here and trying to listen to some old guy talk about kindness if it wasn't something you wanted to do. Include growing mushrooms. We grow mushrooms and we're kind. Coco Loco, here we go. Before we leave, everybody drop Coco Loco, at least 5 or 6 donuts. Come on. Coco Loco just said first time here. First time here, Coco Loco. Coco Loco. Did you guys know, real quick before I leave, Brenda, who was on here yesterday from Bailey's? Kim last night wrote to me. She goes, you know what? There were 4 or 5 people there from Bailey's yesterday on the listening to the show. Overjoyed. First time catching us live. Overjoyed, you need a donut too. Next time, jump on sooner so we can get you guys donuts before you leave. Okay? It's great when you guys jump on and say hello. Seriously. Next time, Coco. And who was this again? Now, one more time. Overjoyed. I'm overjoyed that you said hello. Overjoyed. Boop, there's a donut for you too. I gotta go. Coco, I'm overjoyed. Have a great day, you guys. I'll see you here tomorrow. Same much time, same much channel. We're going to have fun here tomorrow. We got a lot of neat stuff to do here tomorrow. I might even show you guys an experiment live. Pops, peas. Maybe we should test. Give me 5 people. Give me 5 people. Say, hey, Pops, do one of those psilocybin tests live. Show us how you do it. That might be that might just be what we do tomorrow. I might do a psilocybin test live, extract test for you guys. Live! Get out of here. See you guys tomorrow. Exception and Charles. There you are, Exception. Nice to see you, Natty and Carlotta and Penny Pack and Exception and Truzy and Jimmy Max and Mushmouth and EMT and Carlotta. Thank you, dog. Trippy and Greenie and Steve Price. You know you want to see that test. Ms. Red Badger does too. Marco Polo. Marco Polo. Marco Polo. April, have a great day. DJ and Mozzie, I think I might just do that. Overjoyed, love you being here. EMT, let's test it live. Tygon and Higgs, that would be neat, right? Aviator and Carlotta and Coco Loco and Marco and Momsy and Tricky Peebs. Tricks, thanks for that address. April and me. Ladbrand and Naya, have a great day, you. Pretty eyes Naya has. Aviator, DJ, Jesus Christ. Cutting out. We're having a trouble with you there in Australia. Tygon and Penny Pack, but you already know what we say anyways. You're omniscient. Ms. Redbagger, Exception, MDK and Trueheart and MVP and Nat and MDK and Soft and Lad and Aviator. I'm catching up like you know I am. MVP and Nat and Jackie Cat. Hendo, nice to see you. Pops, peace, love. Out. See you guys tomorrow, International Kindness Association members. Be kind to other people and yourself today. Out.